I should have figured it would come to this. Part 13 is going to be, well, the low point of the game. Well, here it is. Welcome to Part 13 of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're about to end Chapter 5 here, and Chapter 6 is going to be a doozy.
Just so you know, it's not gonna get any easier.
When did it ever?
Through here and straight on to Reactor 5.
You make it sound so simple.
Only 'cause it is. That there's the reactor support pillar.
So what's the plan?
After plan E comes F, G, and then H.
Thought E was the last.
This here is Section F.
We cut through section G and head for H.
A cargo platform in H will get us closer to the reactor. Biggs should be somewhere over there. Looks like the sun's going down on Midgar.
Right. Double time. We got a date with the reactor.
Totally make it sound so simple, do we? Well, either way, there's a bench here. And of course, there's a vending machine here. Probably don't need to take a wild guess what is in the vending machine. So, yep. However, this time around, you actually get smelling salts, which wakes someone up. So, there you go. You get leather bracers now. And same accessories. And same material as before. Alright, and here we go. This is going to be a long one, guys. This is going to be a long one, folks. So, brace yourself. We not only got hallways, but we also have...
Nothing but air below us.
Oh, God.
Just don't look down, okay?
Easy for you.
Shrek, I'm looking down! And also, I think we were... Actually, no, we weren't there. This is Sector 4.
Section G's through here, huh?
Yeah. Not... yes, Barrett. Yes.
This ought to open it. No good?
Needs power, I think.
That looks more like what we need.
Control room.
Let's check it out.
Exactly my point. So,
Maybe no one uses
there's going to be a lot of running around. There's going to be a lot of navigation problems here.
No
If
blatants.
all of that is any indication, then we're in for a good old-fashioned time, as they say.
Doesn't look good.
Think it works?
And by good old-fashioned time, we mean... you know what we mean. Cloud didn't even push anything there.
Error. Insufficient power.
Of course.
Hey guys, look at this. Instructions for dealing with a power shortage.
Kill the lights, and we free up power for the gate and other stuff.
Sun lamps. You think these are the plate suns? The closest thing we have to the real thing.
Gotta put out a sun just to open a gate, huh?
But if we go through with it, the grounders in Sector 4 will suffer.
An hour later, sun's going out for good when we blow the reactor.
That's true.
Let's go.
All these lamps. You'd think they'd be able to balance the load by now, though.
Maybe. If the maintenance guys or whoever weren't playing hooky.
The lamps are important, but when you think how much Mako it must take to keep them running...
You think, would you? But it doesn't really matter. We gotta do what we gotta do.
That's gotta be one. Man, look at the size of it.
And look at that thing. It's just to show you, and just to show you how cool the lighting is in this game. They have you looking directly at that light. Jesus. Anyway, there's a treasure chest right here. And poor Cloud's eyes, they gotta be like... If only everybody had sunglasses. I imagine it probably wouldn't help with the light that close, but... If we gotta do what we gotta do, then we gotta do it.
Emergency power supply confirmed. Disengaging locking mechanisms.
Okay, that's that.
Great job, Cloud.
I mean, why we have to disable the sun lamps? And then maybe just like reactivate them at a later time? I have no idea. And you know, you really got to think about the people down there though. Like if this remake really wants to make you care, then maybe you ought to show that, but yeah. I guess this is just the one area where they didn't actually think of the consequences.
Yep. And after that, Reactor 5.
And what about the H's though?
Great. I'm sure those things will welcome us just as warmly as before. So, tell you what, the rot runs deep in this damn pizza.
Also, I like how they bring back the pizza metaphor. Like, it's because of that pizza that we're all stuck down here slumming it. That's a really great metaphor. And one that I think the remake does really well here.
Take the lead.
All set.
Okay, so of course we got the same enemies as we fought before in the corkscrew tunnel, obviously. And oh wait, I don't have that yet. Okay, now I do. See, now I do. It's fine. It's all good. And I actually okay. Let's get. There we go. I actually got part 2 of the stagger effect all done according to the battle intel, but I still have part 1 to do with, which we should definitely take care of as soon as, or rather before we get done here, we will probably have stagger effect part 1 taken care of for Chadley, because he's just so omnipresent in this realm. I mean, if he shows up like any given where, then you know he's just that omnipresent boy.
Filling the air that we gotta breathe with their shit.
Monsters sure seem to like it. What's up with that?
It's like in the tunnels. They get twisted by the Mako, but it all goes back to Shinra.
Or maybe they just like it. I don't know what you don't know what monsters think. Like maybe they just like that. Oh jeez, maybe they just like that air. Canister of hazardous material. Also, speaking of the menu, hazardous material. It poisons and deals 50 physical damage to enemies within range. And also, number 2, I forgot to scan the Grenadier, and they only appear in those areas that I've already been to already. But don't worry, I'll get another chance at scanning the Grenadiers. Anyway, going down this way to Sector G, the lower level edition. Honestly, this first part isn't even really that bad. It's just later that way. It's just later where it gets sort of bleh. Yeah, I mean, like, I probably didn't make myself clear enough. Like, this dungeon can be like a little bit time consuming, not really deep, but time consuming. Well, I did say that Midgar was heavily expanded for better or for worse, I bet. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah.
Ha! Going for that materia, weren't you?
So close, and yet so far.
I mean,
This path's no good
if Cloud
Sure,
can
there's
just
another
jump
way to
over
get
that
there.
thing like he did before at the Sector 1 reactor, then maybe he could,
Find it, we can find
then
and snag that materia.
maybe that would have been an opportunity. But since this is a video game and all, we have to be extra careful with that. I'm thinking about switching up. Oh, we don't have another ice one. Okay. I'll get another ice materia at another vending machine. It's like I said, maxing out materia is worth it for the battle, is worth it for the effects, but not really worth it because it doesn't really split off materia into new level 1 materia, unfortunately. So that kind of stinks. So that kind of stinks.
Take him down.
But at the very least, we can buy materia as much as we like. You know, just like any given item in this world. Okay, you're gonna do a barrier, which is absolutely fine by me. I don't care. That's completely fine. You're just regular enemies. Plus, I'm very lucky that statuses don't actually go
You know the best way to
out
not
of
get
battle.
lost is to believe that you're not. Mind over matter.
Isn't that from one of Marlene's books?
Yep, one of her favorites. Loves it when I read it to her before bedtime. Doing all the voices.
Life in the Endless Maze. Am I right? I remember.
Life in the Things. Yeah. I can definitely imagine that's one of Marlene's favorite books. I don't think there's any way. Yeah, no. We have to go up. So like I said, this part of the game is just kind of really time consuming and everything. It's like I said, it goes into the whole thing of Midgar being heavily expanded for better and for worse. It's like, yeah, I'm really glad that we get stuff like this, like newer stuff like this. It's just really cool and all. But that's the thing. If it doesn't work,
let's take a
then
moment to
it
get our
doesn't
bearings.
work. Like, again, if this were the original game, we probably would have been at the reactor right now, but we have to go to this dungeon.
We're still in G, right?
Yeah, and to reach Mako Reactor 5, we need to go through Section H.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't spot a connecting catwalk to Section H. Did you?
Well, we could always do another lap.
Go for 10, why don't you?
The only other route that I can think of would be...
Along the wall.
Up for giving it a try? It might not work out, but it's the only idea I've got.
It's not a bad one.
So we're shooting for those giant fans way over there? Okay. At least we've got a clear landmark to guide us.
Those ventilation fans?
And there we
Keeping
go.
the plate's air clean by pushing the smog into the slums. Whole system's designed to make shit roll downhill faster.
Because of course they do.
They're mine.
But I'm definitely not going to miss these enemies right here. These are, I believe, entirely new to Final Fantasy VII. These are blue goos. Blue goos. They're weak to electricity. They're weak to thunder and arrow. However, they do put you to sleep, and that means you'll be unable to move for a while. So you best take care of them, you know, ASAP.
Need a
Obviously.
breather.
I got this.
All right. Get that? Cloud got to level 16 and we got a spider web.
Something else.
That was nothing.
We got a spider web, so that will slow nearby enemies within range. So we already got a good amount of materials for combat if we ever do end up in a tight spot. So that's cool. That's very cool. But anyway, back to my point about like expanding Midgar. Like, again, I like the fact that I like the fact that they've done this. Makes Midgar feel more alive.
Hey, look! I think we can climb onto that pipe.
And yes, I know how to play a video game, Tifa. I like the fact that they did this because it makes Midgar feel more alive. If there's definitely more to Midgar and if it works.
Little fear.
But I also feel like that because it takes so long to get to everywhere. Oh wait, hang on.
Hey guys, you know, these fans are really loud and
You chickening out?
hell no. I'm just worried that your bony ass is gonna get blown off the side and shit.
Enough! We gotta keep moving.
Okay then. Follow me.
I'm just worried
No worries.
that your heads is gonna get blown off and shit.
With a tornado warning, maybe?
Oh my god.
Don't look at the fan. Whatever you
God, I love Barrett so much, dude. Dude, Barrett is so good. He's so good. Alright, so we gotta very slowly make our way over to that platform over there. Meanwhile, Tifa and Barrett are just doing nothing, and also if it doesn't work,
The fan over there.
and yet there's gotta be like so much well, according to detractors of Final Fantasy VII Remake, definitely a whole lot more means there's definitely a lot of stuff that makes it kind of unnecessary. Like you got a little peek of it with Sector 7, the Sector 7 slums, where
I
there's
think that took a couple years
a lot of
not
where
really.
there's
Couple seconds,
a lot of
maybe 3 tops.
where there's a lot of, you know, longer hallways just to get to a single place, where it didn't take that long in the original. But then again, it is a remake, a full 3D remake, so you know, things gotta be long, you know, game design. That's just the way that modern game design is supposed to work nowadays.
Section H is just up ahead. Slow and steady, guys.
And I'm not used to
That's
talking about like
objective.
modern games. Like
Platform? Yeah.
I know I just got off from doing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a modern game that's like incredibly linear as heck, but you know, back to my point after this scene.
This is it. The cargo platform Biggs was talking about. Let's not keep him waiting.
Error. Insufficient power.
You're kidding me.
Needs 3 lights worth, looks like.
But that's all of them, isn't it?
All or nothing.
Let's regroup here if we get lost. Remember the H1 sign.
Right.
Let's see now. Closest light ought to be.
That one.
By the light of these magnificent lamps, we shall lead our brothers and sisters of the Undercity to a brighter future.
Say what?
It's from a speech President Shinra gave talking up the importance of the sun lamps.
Tuh, brighter future my ass. Shinra's leading us down a one-way path to darkness and death.
Okay, I don't remember the first part of chapter 6 not being so bad. Like, okay, it was definitely more like a. Yeah, no, like I don't remember not being that terrible. Well, I wouldn't say terrible, but you know, just tedium. It's like this is the part. It's like now this is the part where the tedium starts to come up. Like, we gotta get 3 lights. We gotta get like 3 lights out of here, and we gotta get to section H2 just to get to where we're going. And yeah, that's exactly the point. Like, we gotta do all this stuff just to do what we could have done like 10 minutes. That took like 10 minutes in the original game. So I kind of get that. Like, complaint if fans had that complaint in the first place.
Of course not.
Which they probably did, which that's completely valid. Like, I'm not really a fan of this part because there's so many ways to go and it's very easy to get lost here. So, yeah. Not really. This part definitely isn't really my cup of tea. But, you know, at least the music's good. I will give it that. At least the music's great, like always. You can never really go wrong with the music. Anyway, this is overpower, using conjunction with basic attacks to more effectively press your enemies. And there it is! It's so good. Like, that ability is really great. Anyway.
Error. Insufficient power.
Maybe if we turn off the light?
Gee, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if we do that thing, then
Look,
we
there's the
possibly,
switch.
then we might possibly do that thing. Anyway, back to what I was saying about modern games. I'm not really used to talking about like modern games all that much. And again, me just getting off of playing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy for the first time. A game that released in 2021, by the way. Where it's all linear as heck. Characters don't stop talking. And they just keep... And... You know. They just point out what to... Characters just point out what to do and blah, 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 blah.
That's one down.
It's
Only
like...
2 more lights to go.
Maybe Egoraptor wasn't that crazy.
Reinitializing intrusion prevention system.
Intrusion prevention?
Back online because of us.
No need to fret, y'all. A few rusty mechs ain't gonna keep us from reaching the reactor.
Yeah, because my mouth movement's totally like that. Because of that, the reactor. I'm definitely gonna need Barrett for this one.
Engaging countermeasures.
Thankfully, we have overcharge available straight away.
Range turrets, huh?
Hey, Cloud! Hang back
And also,
while
we
I
got
deal
focus
with
shot
these
ready to go,
bastards.
too.
That's a
There we go. That's what we
Just made our
mean.
lives a lot harder.
We restored power to more than just security, remember?
All right,
move this
so
catwalk.
we gotta move this catwalk, just like Tifa said.
Yeah! Lined it up.
Just like Tifa said, it's like, hey, we can move this. It's like, yeah, I get it. Maybe Egoraptor wasn't crazy. Maybe his video about
If we can't
the
move
yeah, I get it meter wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be.
Big-ass things are.
It's like, I don't know, dude. It's like the amount of yeah, I get it in modern games is just
Sure
crazy.
it wasn't something you ate?
See ya. Okay.
It's kind of wild. It's kind of wild how much these games point out things that you should probably know at the age of 10.
I got your number.
Anyway, Terpsichore. These enemies are weak to ice. They are seahorses. These creatures start spinning when interrupted. While in this state, they can shrug off melee attacks or use long-range attacks instead. Stop them from spinning and they become susceptible to staggering. Very well then. So when they spin around like that, that usually means that you can't really attack them at all.
Deal with that.
I'm gonna have Barrett deal with that. And now we've learned focus shot.
We'll get through this.
Tifa, baby, you can heal yourself up before you die.
Can't. I won't.
You won't give up. Cloud. Blizzard, please. There you go. And Tifa, you can use Overpower to hopefully build up that weapon ability. All right, level 16 for Tifa. The amount of I get it is just crazy. It's insane. It's like characters spewing out things that we should know at the age of 10. And pointing out things that we should figure out by ourselves. It's wild, dude. I mean, it's just crazy. And think about it. Video games do this all the time. I've seen that clip. I've seen that clip of God of War Ragnarok where Kratos' son basically just is just talking all the way through.
Should be able to climb down from here.
Yeah, of course.
This a hole, right?
That's the sector 4.
When I have to say that during that boss fight,
I can show you around.
Atreus, I think his name is, Atreus holds your hand more than Sonic Frontiers does as an entire game does. I don't know what does. He just basically just tells you, hey, do that thing, look out, do that thing, or whatever. It's like when even Sonic Frontiers doesn't hold your hand as much. That's got to be incredibly sad. I mean, not to devalue the game's value as much, because I heard that people really like God of War Ragnarok. I mean, it was good enough to get into the Game Awards and all, but it was an automatic. But it was basically an automatic, assured thing, you know? God of War Ragnarok, a game that came out like a few days before the Game Awards nominations due, and it just gets all the awards automatically because it's a video. It's from a AAA game, and yet it somehow beat out Xenoblade as best soundtrack. I have no idea why would they do that? But I'm not mad at it. I'm pretty sure it's a good game and all. I mean, if it's any indication, I think God of War 2018 is a great game so far. As far as I played it so far, which is not a whole lot, but I'm enjoying it all the same.
That's that.
When did this conversation just go from like modern, where games like holding your hand too much, in the sense that characters point out things constantly, like state the obvious so much, and whatever else, and blah blah blah, you know. I'm just saying, I'm not to like make the games. Well, it's like not to make the game sound bad. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure God of War Ragnarok is a great game, and heard people really, really like it. And I think I might as well enjoy it if all that I've heard about the game is any indication, or if the 2018 God of War is any indication. So yeah. And you know, and yeah, you know, like games like Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy are really great. Where am I going, by the way? Like this is the point where I'm like, okay, what the heck? Yeah, this is the point where I'm like, what the heck? I mean, it's like I don't know where the heck I'm going. I don't know what bearings I'm getting. I don't know like what's going on. Like the thing that we're going to is, oh wait. Nah, this is like our target is very clearly right there. Oh wait, do we have to go back in order to... Yeah, I think we do. See, it's always the third sun lamp where I'm like, okay, where the heck? Because this is definitely the hardest to get to.
Done. It's a shame we had to wander around so much.
Yeah!
Well, no stamps here to guide us. No Jesse over there.
Just a simple
Speaking of which,
just a very simple thingy, and I get turned around and lost. And I die a lot. Not really die, but I waste valuable time.
You taking a detour? Well, I did.
Anyway, you go down here, actually.
gotta make a stand.
This is the way to that materia, and oh Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So you have a pretty tough encounter here. You got the Queen Grass Strike.
Here we go.
Yeah, the Queen Grass Strike here. And, Blizzard. Or Blizzara.
Bundle up.
Oh, this could lead to my very first, Actually, I don't really have to worry about Cloud because he's got auto life on. So I think I might as well just die as Cloud and then get revived via auto life.
All set.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's all
Keep it
good.
together.
Into hood.
Let's go. Going in.
Okay. Doing that for the weapon ability
Hang back.
and doing this for you.
Freeze. No holding. It's on now. That'll
Okay.
Bring it.
Tifa, can you please do this? Okay, you can pressure that one as much as you want. There we go. And stagger them all out. Oh my god. There we go. There we go. That's more like it. Okay. Tifa? Arrow?
Feel the breeze.
Feel the breeze. Feel the breeze, baby.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Nothing's gonna stop us.
You would say that.
Okay. So, I actively just remembered that we haven't really taken down the sun lamp yet, so we can't really do anything with this area for right now. So we're going to want to remember that for later, but I at least got the encounter out of the way. Because our only concern right now is the sun lamp. But first things first. Anything over here? No. Then what's the point of even having this area to begin with if you're not going to have anything in it?
If there's no viable path, we'll just have to make one.
Anyway, simple as it sounds. Simple. I think, no.
We're better than them.
So let's push.
Actually, I was thinking, like, no, there isn't an enemy encounter here, but there is.
Get ready.
Never mind. Oh, it's more of the seahorses. That's fine by me. Shield. Barrett gets to level 16. Cloud. Do triple slash on him.
Don't overdo it.
I got it.
Tifa, you can use overpower. And we got a potion and a high potion. Man, we're just rolling in them now. We are rolling in them indeed. And in this chest, mesmeric armlet. I think that's an no, it's equipment actually. You get less defense, but more magic defense. I'm not gonna go for that. And over here, nothing. Okay. All right. Good enough for me.
And that makes 3. Enough to finally get our cargo platform moving.
Better be.
Okay, let's head on back to the H1 sign.
Okay, like if you know what you're doing, if you know what you're doing, then this area doesn't really take that long at all. But like,
It's to kick Shinra ass.
again, like first impressions are everything, and I didn't really get a great first impression when I played this. When I played this for the first time, it's definitely like time
We should look for
consuming.
the H1 sign.
More than it really should have been. Which is why I think this should have been part of Chapter 5, not really its own chapter. But, you know, whatever they gotta
Heads
do
up,
it.
y'all.
Whatever they do, whatever they do. Alright, so, before we leave, there are 3 optional materia that you can get here. First things first, you lower this catwalk down to as low as it can go. And you'll be able to get this materia. MP up materia. Which basically is like it sounds. It will increase your MP if you have it equipped. And, of course, there's that materia that you couldn't get beforehand, but now you can. And it's right here. Elemental materia. So, this one. This materia... Where is it? Okay, there it is. Adds the element of the linked materia to your equipment, either infusing your attacks with that element or granting resistance to it. When more than one is set, only the first takes effect. Works with lightning, fire, ice, and wind materia. So if you have a materia slot that's linked, then that's when the elemental materia will work. If you look... Right now, it adds 8% linked elemental damage and halves elemental damage taken. However, at level 2, it will be 15% linked damage and prevents linked material elemental damage taken. And at level 3, it absorbs it with armor, and for the weapon, it adds 23% damage. So, that's amazing. Of course, it can only be used for, like, those certain situations, but that's actually a really interesting materia to work with, actually.
When do we link up with Bates?
Soon enough, don't you worry.
He knew we might be late, so he came up with a few ways to kill time.
We ought to reach him long
Shooting
before
people.
he dies aboard.
That's what it is. That's basically a big thing that he will do.
Get ready, Mako Reactor 5. We're coming.
Now, I don't remember there's a... Actually, no, because there isn't. Okay, so, that was definitely a chapter and a half, but 37 minutes, yeah, that's a very long time, so... Actually, it's now 38. So, we're gonna end things here. So next time on Final Fantasy VII Remake, we're actually going to go over there to pick up another materia. And then we're going to go on the cargo platform all the way to the Mako reactor. See you guys on the next time. Bye.